In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some things you need to keep in mind if you decide to go to graduate school. Coming right up after this. What's happening, my beautiful people? Welcome back to another video on the channel. My name is Richard, and on this channel I provide you with tips, tricks, strategies to enhance your international student experience. I also share content on professional development, so if these are things that you are interested in, consider hitting the subscribe button and turning on notifications so that anytime a new video goes live, you will be notified. Also follow us on Twitter at @globe_engaged to stay up to date with previews and sneak peeks of our upcoming videos. So in my previous video, I talked about some things you need to be thinking about if you plan on going to graduate school. In that video, I answered a few things, or I gave you some things to sort of ponder over to ensure that yes, indeed, you want to make that graduate school journey. I'm not saying it is impossible. I'm saying it is difficult. The reason being that with you having to do research papers or even writing like a proposal for your final thesis and capstone and all of those things, it takes a lot of research knowledge. If you have not already checked out that video, I'm going to leave a link in the description or click on this card to check that out. But this is the continuation of that video. And in this video, if you have already made up your mind to go to grad school, yay! Good news. If you have decided to go to graduate school, then focus on these processes that I'm going to talk about to help you build momentum throughout your application process or even before you apply to graduate school. So if you're ready, let's jump right into the video. The first thing that I want you to focus on, or the first thing that you need to do, is to build relationships across your university campus. And these relationships I'm talking about have to do with your relationship with professors, co-workers, even classmates in your current university. The reason it is important to build relationships, especially with professors, is that professors are able to get to know you on a personal and a professional or student level, and this helps to give them a good idea of who you are whenever they are writing letters of recommendation for you. I've said so many times on this channel that letters of recommendation are a must when you're applying to not only graduate school but even for jobs. And as such, it is important that you are listing professors who actually know you and can write authentic, really good recommendation letters for you. The relationships you build on campus also helps professors to suggest some areas of concentration or specialization that they think you do well in, because these are professors you have been taking classes with and definitely can speak to some of your academic strengths and weaknesses. So yes, before you even apply to school, if you are currently in school and you are thinking of doing your master's degree outside of the country or even within your country, make sure that you are building those important relationships with your professors and other people on campus. The reason why it is also important to build relationships, especially with some of the people who work in your school, is that you never know who can get your transcript for you at an expedited time, or who can open certain doors for you. So please make sure that you are not downplaying the importance of building relationships whilst you also start preparing for your master's degree application process. The second thing you have to think about is that you need to gain some research experience. In my previous video, I mentioned that do you have what it takes to conduct research? Do you have interest in conducting independent research? Research is an important component of any and every graduate program, and as such, it is important to at least have some level of research experience. In some cases, you might get scholarship that allows you to work as a research assistant with a professor. So imagine not having any research experience. You not only lose out on that scholarship, but again, it makes you look like you don't even know what you're about. It makes it look like you are not prepared for graduate level education. So whilst you are doing your undergraduate studies, make sure that you are putting yourselves in positions where you can work on research projects and things like that, just to get that research experience. I know research can be intimidating and daunting for people, but at least the basic level research experience is something that you should have. If you are already graduated from school and you're currently working, you can still gain some research experience by reaching out to professors in your alma mater to see who is working on what project that you may be interested in, and then volunteer some of your time to sort of work on those projects just to gain some hands-on experience with doing research. So yes, my second tip for you, if you are interested in applying for graduate programs or doing graduate studies, then yes, gain some research experience. The third tip that I want you to keep in mind when you are applying for graduate programs is that you have to keep track of your achievements. The statement of purpose is one of the second most important documents when it comes to applying into graduate programs, and this is where you are asked to write a short essay to highlight your accomplishments, motivations, and goals. So keep track of your research, internships, activities, and include all of these in your essays. There are so many different videos online that talks about how to effectively and properly write your statement of purpose. But if you want me to cover that subject or topic on this channel also, let me know in the comment section below. But yes, you need to keep track of your accomplishments or your achievements in a way that allows you to translate that into your statement of purpose. Now, how do you keep track of some of these accomplishments? You may have volunteered at an event, or you may have volunteered at a program. You may have been the guest speaker at your school's graduation or any event like that. These are all experiences and achievements that you can rope into why these things have helped shape you mentally and academically to meet the standards of graduate school level work. So don't downplay anything that you've done, especially when it has to do with your academics, and don't leave anything out that is going to make your statement of purpose tell a full and authentic story about you. I got rejected from a PhD program because my statement of purpose did not really speak too much about what I could bring to the table. I touched on bits and pieces of things, but I did not fully say what I was capable of doing. And this is feedback that I got from the chair of the program. So yes, I know what I'm talking about when it comes to statement of purpose and using that document to paint a holistic picture of who you are as an individual and what you bring into the program. So if you're watching this video and you have some tips that you can share, leave those tips in the comment section below so that other people may also learn from the conversation that we are having. I definitely would like to learn something new from you as well, since this is a community that we are trying to build. So use the comment box and let me know your thoughts. The fourth thing that you need to do if you are thinking about going to graduate school is that you need to find the right programs. And what does finding the right program means? There are a lot of programs out there and a lot of schools to choose from. And this takes a lot of research, but not every program may be right for you. You need to take time to find the right program that is going to meet your interests and your long-term goals. Investigate or look at a lot of graduate programs and campuses that will be good for you. And then you can also rely on your professors who you have good relationships with to point you in some directions. But then it does not also mean that because your professor is saying go take this program, it means you are going to enjoy the program and get the most out of it. One thing that I tell my students when I'm suggesting a class for them to take is that you are the one going to do all the hard work and the heavy lifting, and you are the one going to be sitting there listening to a professor that you probably don't even like. So it should be worth it to you. And I'm bringing the same advice here. The program that you find should be a program that is worth it to you, because you are the one going to be writing all those papers, staying up late to do the assignments and the readings and all of that. There are so many schools out there that will have programs that will meet your interests and your goals and everything else in between. So take some time to actually research and explore what is out there, and then you can make a decision and then take it from there. So my tip to you is find the right programs for you. The last tip I'm going to share with you is that build a strong academic record. It is probably one of the most important things that you need to take away from this video. You need to graduate with a good GPA. And how do you do that? It's by distinguishing yourself, by going beyond or satisfying, going the extra mile to show that yes, you have what it takes. You can conduct independent research, you can do volunteer, you can work on projects. You can basically combine everything that you are doing academically and even personally to create a holistic experience for you. Don't just rely on end of semester exams and class tests to boost your academic record. Work on research projects with professors. Put yourself out there, like do whatever it's going to take to make you a good student. Take up leadership roles, work in group projects, like anything that you think you can do that will set you apart from your cohorts, do it. And I can guarantee you that it's going to give you a holistic experience, but most importantly, it's going to make your academic record that you have to submit to your school really good. And of course, schools look at these things in order to determine who gets what kind of scholarships and things like that. So please step out of your comfort zone, go the extra mile, and do all that you can to make yourself stand out amongst your peers. So these are the tips that I wanted to share with you in this part 2 out of 3 video series that I'm doing. I hope the tips that I've given you is now going to sort of help you, point you in the right direction to get you to know what you need to do if you are definitely interested in going to grad school. In the next video that I'm going to talk about, I'm going to sort of give a timeline or a breakdown of how your application process should go, especially if you are still in school doing your undergrad, but you are interested in doing your graduate studies after school. So watch out for that video. Again, if you've also not seen any of my other videos on this channel, I'm going to leave a link to the playlist in the video description, or you can also click on this card. If you are watching this video and you are not yet subscribed, kindly hit on the subscribe button and turn on notifications so that anytime a new video goes live on the channel, you will be notified. Also follow us on Twitter at globe_engaged to stay up to date with preview and sneak peek of our upcoming videos. I definitely hope that you found this video useful. If you did, please share it amongst your friends and family and amongst your community. This only tells YouTube that I'm providing relevant content for you guys. And as always, thank you so much for taking time to watch my video. Until I see you on the next video, stay safe out there. Peace.